then the next thing, how is visual and fine art effectively used in modern society? So that was the next point. It's used in marketing and advertising of products, events, and programs. You use references of the work being done initially at Resivo and then Akela to drive education agendas and other programs that are offered by Higher Life Foundation. In mainstream media, there's also many examples, including advertising and film and television. In music, sometimes you get a little teaser video of the song from your favorite artist. Visual artists came up with that. And then ways that you can commercialize your visual and fine arts. You can sell digital illustrations online. You can also create websites and do photography, drawings. Speaking from my own experience, when I started out, I was too shy to sell to anybody, and I didn't know if anyone would want to get some of my artwork. So I started out by donating and giving away gifts, portraits. If somebody's birthday was coming up, I do a pencil portrait drawing of them, a little sketch, and then I give them. So when I would see the excitement whenever they received a portrait from me, I got excited, like, oh, okay, this could be something. I might have something. So I started just working on my craft. And then I also started exploring different media because I'm a self-taught artist. I didn't go to university or college for that. I just watched through observation. My sister studied graphic design and fine art at Polytech. So some of her homework, I'd be spying on it and it would help me because I'd now recreate some of the stuff as well. So yeah, I'd be exploring oil painting, pastel, and that's the major part about art. It's mostly about exploration and experimenting. Sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong, but you just continue trying and trying and trying. And it also helped to start with things that I loved. So I'd draw my favorite musicians and my favorite movie stars, my favorite cars. I'd be drawing those and just working on my craft until I got better and better. And then, yeah, so here's some of my work. So the first one to the left, you might recognize her, you might not, I don't know. Would anyone like to guess who that is? She's got red hair and it's, yeah, the illustration right under the title. Yes, we've got an answer. Awesomeness. Yes, that is Black Widow from some of my favorite movies, the Avengers series. I got so inspired after watching Endgame. I decided, you know what, I want to do this. I just want to keep the experience going. So I ended up creating this piece of digital artwork. So I created it in Photoshop. I used digital media instead of the usual traditional pencil on paper to create this artwork. And then the next one, I don't know if anyone recognizes her. The lady with her mouth open, like she's screaming or shouting. She's singing very loudly. Excellent, you've got some answers. Awesome. And then the next one was a hit or miss. I don't know if you'll get him or not. Black and oh wow, oh my gosh, you've got super eyes, Gerald. Yes, it is Falcon. Anthony Mackie, yes, it is. And then this other drawing, it's actually of a pastel portrait I did when I was still in my teenage years experimenting. So it was on paper and I used chalk pastels to create this scene of two people that are happy dancing. And then the next one was another piece I did in my teen years, and it was of what I was passionate about. And I don't know if any of you can see clearly some of the things that really inspired me that are in the artwork. You should have to look really closely because I was using a lot of impressionistic art and yes, music notes, excellent. Yes, yes. So we've got music notes. So yes, music was a big inspiration because growing up, I wanted to be a classical pianist. I love playing music and everything. So everything I heard, it had to be music. So I added the music notes into my art. And then in the middle, you've got some people dancing in case you got lost in the abstract confusion. And then this was a hairstyle I loved doing as a kid. I'd always be twisting my hair into locks, and then the glasses to make sure it's me. The face doesn't quite look like, but anyway, it's a painting that's quite close to me. And then the next one is a portrait. I don't know if anyone can guess who this is. He's very famous. And he was quite instrumental in the liberation struggle in South Africa, instrumenting change and bring about freedom for people. An airport was named after him. Ah, beloved. O.R. Tambo, that's correct. That's correct. Well done, beloved. So this is a painting I worked on about, I think 3 or 5 years ago. And I just fell in love with the image and just wanted to bring it out. So in size, it's about 1 meter, 30 centimeters by 1 meter, 20 centimeters. So it was actually my first largest piece of artwork ever. And I was really excited to work on that. And it's a mixed media painting. So I used a fusion of pencil drawing, of acrylic paint, a bit of oil pastel sticks to put it all together. And then right next to him, can anyone guess who that is or what's happening in that image? Yes, we have Dr. Oliver Samanyanga Mtukudzi. Absolutely. So this was at a local restaurant in Harare. It's called Chop Chop, and they commissioned me to do some artwork for them. So it's creating a mural of celebrating living heroes and also people who had passed on. So this one was of Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, and I've always loved his music. And I actually thanked God that, oh Lord, you actually opened a door for me using my artwork to meet a great man. And I'm so grateful. As the scriptures do talk about it, about that a man's gift will make room for him. And so this is what happened. I got to meet my favorite musician before he passed on. And I actually got to hand over the artwork to him, and I got to see his expression as he saw it. And he was surprised because he didn't know, but I was very happy and truly humbled that he liked it, and his family did as well. And then lastly, there's an image of, can anyone guess that scene? What's happening in that painting? Any guesses? Yes, we have cattle on a cart, cows pulling a plow, a little boy leading an ox-drawn cart, kurima, cart. Okay, we've got some very interesting responses. Not completely wrong for some of them. Yes, it is a rural area. So this is a growth point. It was inspired by a growth point as well. I grew up on a farm, so there was always references. You would see cows everywhere and pass through the growth points. And so just wanted to create a piece of artwork that was close to something I could relate to from my background, and also something that I do like. So yeah, this was the inspiration behind this piece of artwork. So it's a little boy who's looking over the scene. These men are on a cart being pulled by ox, and yeah, they're at a growth point. And then let me see if there's anything else. I believe that's the end of my presentation. I hope you are all inspired and learned more about visual arts. If you had any questions, I hope to have answered some of them. If not, you can just let us know, or let me know, and then yeah, we can work on that.